Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today, Saturday, February 8th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the talk, the tube, the lemonade, the blue sky social, the fan base, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. You do not need to take on energy that was not meant for you. It's a whole lot of hassle for a whole lot of nothing. Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. IntuitiveIntention.com. Oh, I did find something else out yesterday. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Twin Flames Exposed is the name of the shop. The Twisted Oracle. They're no longer selling this. It wasn't on there. So maybe they're just out. I don't know. Maybe it's done. It's gone. But I'm just letting you know you can't find it on Etsy anymore. As of right now, as far as I know. The shop is still there. They have other decks there. Some other stuff that they sell. But not that deck. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. All right. We got 2 on the table. 4 on the 5 on the table. Okay. Got like a tickle in my throat. It's probably karma for me yelling at Bubs. The cat has been in the kitchen since like 3 o'clock. I'm like, it's not time to eat. I think they ate at like 1. I gave him tuna. Like real tuna. Real tuna. Now he's whining because he wants a can of cat food. And I fed him late this morning because my alarm went off and I hit it and I just didn't get back up. I didn't get up till almost 6. Fed the cats, took a shower, did my readings, ate my breakfast, putzed around. But it kills me. It's like, it's not time. You just ate like 2 hours ago. Okay, sorry. I'm not... Okay, 6 cards on the table. 2 are major. No reverse. How did I forget to say major? Here we go with the memory thing again. And all of a sudden my right nostril is like drippy. What is this? Yesterday I was all stuffy. A couple days before I had a scratch in my throat for like a couple hours and then it was gone. Now my nose is like... I ordered those Boom Boom nasal sticks. They're supposed to clear off your sinuses so you can breathe better. They're supposed to be really good. It's got menthol to clear out your nose, but then it's got like moisturizer in there or something to keep your nose moisturized so that you can breathe better. There's something about it. Anyway, they're supposed to come tomorrow. 7 on the table, 2 major. Eight on the table. Okay, let's do 2 more shuffles. Nine on the table. 10 with bottom of the deck. Ooh. Five of Swords and Seven of Swords at the top of the deck. Oh, man. Which is funny because bottom of the deck is Eight of Wands and Knight of Wands. With Temperance. Alright. Let me grab this card that fell. We got 10 with bottom of the deck. We've got Page of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Death, yo. I don't know what that was for. Four of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Eight of Cups. Page of Wands. Two of Wands. We've got Five of Pentacles. I just literally realized that I had my little grocery order delivered yesterday for my Super Bowl stuff. I don't do the Super Bowl, but I figured I was going to nosh on snacks and stuff while I write and watch movies. And I just realized I forgot to give the driver a good review. I forgot to go on there. I got to do that. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. See, in my mind, these cancel each other out, but that's just how I am. The feminine, masculine, take heart resonates. It doesn't matter. So it's kind of funny because when the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Death, and the Four of Pentacles came out, my initial reaction, and I'm going to stick with this reaction, is with the Page of Cups, somebody coming out of, how do I say it? Because it doesn't have to do with like low vibration or karmic or toxic. Nothing like that. It's like somebody coming out of, I think I read on it yesterday when I said the sleeper hit, like somebody was a sleeper hit. It's almost kind of like that same vibe, but it's like somebody coming out of, yeah, you could say stagnancy, but it's more like someone in a period of time where it just stood still for them. Like there was no growth, there was no real change, but there wasn't really anything bad either. Like somebody was just kind of there. So yeah, like stagnancy, but nothing good, nothing bad, just being. And it's somebody coming out of that mode, that lifestyle, that time. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death, it's a transformation. It's the tide is turning, whereas this person might have just been stuck there. I don't really like the word stuck, but sitting there, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, take how it resonates. And that Wheel of Fortune turns, right? The wheel turns. God is always going to make sure at some point that wheel turns. And now this person is having like a rebirth, a transformation, a transition, and they're coming into something. They're coming into their own. They're coming into themselves. With the Four of Pentacles, you guys know the description on the card is materialist. The funny thing is I'm not seeing that like in a bad way. This is someone that when they come into this new cycle, they're going to recognize what they need to release and let go and what they need to take on. And in my mind, it's only good. Actually, I don't know if I told you guys this yesterday or the day before. Like, I had gone through last week, I went through my closet and pulled like 2 big garbage bags worth of like blankets and clothes and stuffed animals, stuff like that to donate. And I don't really like taking stuff to the Goodwill, but it's really the only real thing around here, unless I want to drop something at one of those donation boxes. I don't know how I feel about those donation boxes, because people just leave a ton of shit there and then it sits out in the rain and it's like, when do they collect it? I don't even know. So I figure, even though I'm not a fan of Goodwill, because they just don't pay their employees enough, let's just be honest, and they make a ton of money off of my free product to them. I do it anyway. I give to them. So I had 2 big bags of stuff that I took to Goodwill last week. But it's funny because I said today I ordered a couple decks, I ordered some new rocks. So it's kind of like I got rid of all these things that I'm not going to use, right? Like, I don't need the extra blankets, the clothes. I wasn't wearing them. They're still in good condition. Off you go. The stuffed animals, while I love stuffed animals and I didn't want to let my little dinosaur go, I let him go. And I took on things that I'm going to use instead. The decks, the crystals. I ordered 2 books. I'm going to read the books eventually. So it's kind of just recognizing what wasn't meant for you and what is. And even though it still seems like materialism, like, it's okay in a sense. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, and just to be honest about myself, I do realize eventually at some point I will have nothing left to donate, but I will still buy cards. I fully, wholeheartedly acknowledge that addiction. I'm just saying. Because everything else here is good. I mean, other than the 5 of Pentacles, but the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the 2 of Wands. Like, this is someone going through spiritual growth, fulfillment. Like, everything is starting up for this person. Everything is revving up. This person is on a journey. Like, before they were sitting still, now they're moving along. And we all go through little blips like that in our life. It's funny because even though, like, I keep moving forward, like, right now, I kind of feel like I'm at a standstill. Like, just me personally. But I keep doing the things that I say I'm going to, I keep progressing and doing these little movements. I'm not really sitting still, but it feels like it because nothing momentous has happened, right? I mean, that's life. Again, you're going to go through periods, little blips, little time frames. This person might have felt like that too with the Page of Wands. Like, when they were in their little sit still mode, when they were in their stagnancy mode, they might have felt like, oh God, like, what, like, I'm not doing anything. Like, nothing is happening for me. Nothing's going anywhere. I just want to reiterate that things happen when you make them happen. You have to start. And sometimes we think we're starting, but we're really not. And sometimes we are starting, but we don't realize it. And whoever this person is, they're very excited for the movement. They're very excited for this transition for themselves. And I think with the 2 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, The Five of Pentacles. I think this is just here to state that though you're going to go through this growth spurt, right? You're going to change, you're going to transform, transition, whatever the case, however you want to phrase that. Everybody is always going to have those little moments, those shit moments, right? You know, like like this past week I had to have the people come look at my thermostat in my furnace because my thermostat shut off like 2-3 times in like 2 weeks. And finally I was like, oh, this is not going away, this is a problem. So I called them, had them come out, look. The guy tested it for like 45 minutes, figured it out. It was fine. I ended up not having to pay anything for it because I technically already paid for it when I bought my furnace and everything. I paid for like 2 or 3 years worth of service, and I'm still in with that time. So I didn't have to pay anything, but it was still kind of like one of those moments like, oh shit, like, why is this happening? You know? But everybody has those moments. And I've said before, the only time when I feel like that's karmic, like when that's karma, is if you do something like really shitty beforehand and then, you know, something happens. Or if you keep having those little shitty moments like over and over and over and over again, like string after string after string, then that's probably karmic. Otherwise, everybody has issues, knock on wood, because I don't wish it on anybody, but like your car breaks down, your tire blows out, something's wrong with your fridge, your seals on your windows need to be fixed, like your plumbing, like everything, anything and everything could happen at any moment. That's just life. We live in a world where we're surrounded by objects, and sometimes these objects are cantankerous and temperamental, and we have to deal with it, and that's just how it is, right? It's not necessarily always about karma. So when I saw this card, I knew right away it was really just kind of a reminder that even though you're going through like a good period of your life right now, you're still going to have like little things happen. And again, I've said this before too. We all carry karma. We all receive karma, right? We all give karma. We all receive karma. You could be the nicest person on the planet. You step on an ant, you might get a little karma. I mean, I don't know. Seriously. Like everybody receives karma. It may be tiny, it may be little. I've said before, like, how many times have I been at work and I said something that I shouldn't have said, and like 5 seconds later I get like a paper cut, or I jam my finger in something, or it's always involving like my hands. Like something happens and I'm like, that was karma. That was karma. I shouldn't have said what I said. My karma is like almost instantaneous in all cases. Seriously. With the Two of Wands, this person, they're on the right path, and it's not that they weren't on the right path before. Again, there was just some kind of delay. There's some kind of moment of, again, stagnancy or something, but they're on the right path. They're moving. They're going in the direction that they're supposed to be going in. New ventures, new opportunities, new experiences. With the Six of Pentacles, this person might be a very caring, giving person. I feel like they're going to experience that as well. Like people are going to be caring and giving to them. It's going to be a very equal kind of give and take for this person, for the most part, right? I mean, obviously, there's going to be people that are going to think other people are vulnerable and try and take advantage. I mean, that's up to you if you want to allow that to happen or if you're not using your intuition to see. But for the most part, this person is going to receive what they put out there. The other thing with the Five of Pentacles, too, this was the card that fell on the floor. And when I picked it up, I did technically pick it up in the reverse, which would be resilience. Again, I think that's the same message still just applies. I forgot to mention that I picked it up in the reverse. But I usually don't read them in the reverse when I pick them up off the floor. I've told you guys before, because I don't know. Like, I just read them straightforward, which obviously Five of Pentacles is not the nicest of cards, straightforward in the right. So, but I think the same message applies. I don't think there's really anything else there that needs to be said. And I don't know why I'm getting, sorry, I got a big hair here, why I'm getting with the Eight of Cups. Whoever this person is, again, even though they may have been in that little moment of stagnancy, of sitting still, this person is in the background still, like they've always been growing, spiritually, healing, that kind of thing. I heard a lifelong journey for this person. So you could also attribute the stagnancy to hermiting. It would be more like a divinely guided hermiting. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're just going to sit here for a minute because we're not ready for you yet. So just sit and wait, hermit, and we'll get back to you in a couple of years, right? Or a year or a month or whatever. You could say hermiting, but it wouldn't be like, I don't know how to explain it, because it would be more of like a natural hermiting, like where this person just naturally experiences sitting still, hermiting, staying in one spot. Like they don't even question it at the time, but when the wheel changes and they transform and they transition onto this path, I mean, it's technically the same path. They were always meant to be on it, but you know what I'm saying. Once they did that, it's kind of like looking back and be like, oh, like, why did I just sit there? To me, the sitting there, the stagnancy is just divinely guided. Like they didn't really have a choice. That's where they were meant to be. So this person might have felt it. They might not have felt it. It depends on how intuitive they are, psychic ability, all that jazz. If they believe. I also get too, I get this every once in a while. I don't get this all the time. But with the Page of Cups, whoever this kid is, female, masculine, it doesn't matter. Feminine, masculine. They're like a big kid. I don't know. I just heard big kid. They're a big kid. Pretty much every person in my family is like a giant child, so like for me that resonates. It could be me or anyone in my family. Probably any one of my friends too. Let's just be honest. Definitely the ex-husband. Okay. I thought I was done talking about this. All right. So I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune card, and the wheel is all colorful, right? I've talked about this before. But in reference to this reading, um, again, this person might have been stagnant and sitting still, but they were still living their life in color. I feel like I need to reiterate it because it's how do I say it? It's not like they weren't technically living their life. They go out, hang out with friends, go to work, go grocery shopping, go to the library, go watch a movie, maybe go to the lake like I do. Go hang out with their family, go to Christmas dinner. It's not that they go to parties even, every once in a while. It's not like they didn't do like quote unquote normal things. It's just that this person was held in one spot. So like if all this person had was their 9 to 5, that was it. Like this person wasn't starting a business. This person wasn't singing for a living, writing music, writing books, creating art. Like maybe they'd come home from work, eat dinner, watch some TV, maybe read a book, go to bed, start all over. That's the kind of stagnancy I'm talking about, just like everyday life, but without any type of like aha moments or like all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you're like, I'm gonna get fit and run a 5K, or I was gonna say a 10K. Is there a 10K? 5K? Like that kind of thing wasn't happening for this person. There was no epiphany moments. Again, they were kind of being held still in one spot. It's not that that spot wasn't fine. It's not that they still weren't like out having a good time. It's just they weren't moving forward. Like mentally, spiritually. I mean, they kind of were, but they weren't. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I saying it correctly? I feel like I needed to reiterate because again, it's not like this person wasn't out there doing things. It's just there was no creation, there was no spark. A perfect example, me. I think I talked about this the other day too. When I was married to the ex-husband, I didn't do anything. I got up, went to work, came home, fixed dinner, fed the cats, took a shower, watched some TV, read a book, went to bed, did laundry, put out the trash, like everyday mundane things. And it's not that, again, I didn't go hang out with the girlfriends or go to the museum or go to an art show or go to a movie. Like I did all that kind of stuff, but I wasn't doing anything for me. Like my personal life, my personal existence, that was my purpose. I didn't feel like I had a purpose. And I didn't really recognize it at the time, but now when I look back, it's like, what was my purpose? Like I was a drone. That's kind of what this is. Like somebody going through life, going through the motions, having a fine time. But when that transition comes and they transform, they look back and they're like, well, I was just sitting there. I was hermiting, right? Okay, does that make sense now? Did it make sense before? Did I over explain? And one last thing, and this goes along with that. 9 of Cups, fulfillment. It's not that this person wasn't fulfilled before, because they were. It's not like they were living a horrible life or anything like that, for the most part, right? It's just recognizing that now what fulfills them is what they do for themselves, as opposed to being in service to others. And it's not that being in service to others is bad. It's not bad. It's great. But if you're not taking care of yourself first, if you're not fulfilling yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually first, then what's the point of helping others? Because you should be satisfying those own needs within your own needs and wants within yourself before you do that for others. Again, not that doing that for others is bad. That's awesome. Now this person is experiencing it from both sides. And I think I kind of touched on that a little bit with the Six of Pentacles. They're generous. They're going to receive generosity. Okay. Okay. Now I think I'm done. This was a lovely read. This was great. I like this. This is really nice. I like this a lot. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found entertaining. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Saturday or whatever day it is for you, wherever you are. I'll talk to you later. Bye.